Please.
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the popular guy here. Oh my god, I love.
It's been a while. Yeah.
I need school.
Oh my goodness.
I hope you enjoyed that quick glimpse of what's coming up in this video. From visiting a cannabis facility to exploring the coterie office and soaking in a gorgeous Toronto sunrise. I even had time to enjoy some of the nightlife and try amazing local cuisines. If you are new here, my name is Anmol Deep and this is my very first solo trip to Toronto. In this vlog, I will take you behind the scenes of my journey from leaving my apartment in Winnipeg all the way to the big city. You will see the sights, meet awesome people, and hopefully get inspired to plan your own adventure. So, let's jump right in. Let's rewind to where it all started. Winnipeg, early and before sunrise, I headed out of my apartment building, hopped into a cab, and made my way to the airport for my flight to Toronto. It is always a mix of excitement and nerves traveling solo, but I decided to film some clips around the city to share with you guys. Here you can see the beautiful legislative building, one of Winnipeg's famous spots. The morning air was crisp and I could not wait to get on that plane. I arrived at Winnipeg Airport early for my 7 a.m. Air Canada flight. I had already checked in on my phone, so I just needed to confirm everything at the kiosk. I love how simple and fast it is. No lines, no fuss, but little did I know what was coming next. When I looked up at the screen, I saw my flight was delayed until 9:30 a.m. instead of 7. So, 2.5 hours at the airport, time to explore. Winnipeg Airport is small but super cozy. I swung by Tim Hortons for a quick look, then decided Starbucks was calling my name for a coffee. Along the way, I passed this neat children's play area. Parents can chill while their kids have fun. It was early, but there was already so much happening around me. I ended up grabbing a caramel macchiato and a spinach wrap for a breakfast. Perfect pick me up while I waited for my flight. I filmed a quick taste for you guys just to show off how good it was. Nothing like a little caffeine to jumpstart the day. Finally, at around 9:30, they announced boarding for Air Canada flight. Time to get this trip started. I grabbed my stuff and we were on our way. I found my seat, got my carry-on stowed, and took a quick peek out of the window. Even though we were late, I was just excited to finally be heading to Toronto. Setting into my seat, I could already feel the excitement. Outside my window, other planes were standing by, preparing for takeoff, just like me. As our plane started rolling down the runway, I watched the world pass by in a blur.
It's also not permitted to use any cannabis products or to drink your own alcohol. This includes any duty-free purchases. We're offering free in-flight texting to our airplane members, sponsored by Bill. To get started, join our network, visit acwifi.com. Full internet access is available for purchase with their credit card or airplane points. No Wi-Fi purchase is required to track your flight status at aircanada.com. Others will receive a 25% CB credit on all bistro items purchased with their card. Thank you for choosing Air Canada. Enjoy your flight.
It was like entering another realm. The sky was tinted with early morning colors, soft blue and red stretching across the horizon. In that moment, I couldn't help but think about how lucky birds must feel seeing this view every day, and as the sun started to peek over the edge of the earth, I was reminded of just how small we really are. We've accomplished so much as humans, like flying, but it made me wonder if we are being mindful enough of other species and this planet we call home. After a smooth flight, we finally touched down in Toronto. The airport felt enormous compared to Winnipeg, bustling with travelers, large hallways, and signs everywhere. Even though I was a bit lost trying to find my Uber and my colleagues, I couldn't help but smile. This was my first time here, and I was eager to see what Toronto had to offer. I shared my ride with two co-workers from other provinces. We introduced ourselves, swapped stories, and before we knew it, we were en route to our hotels. It was nice connecting with new faces right away. As our cab weaved through the streets, I was taking in every detail. Toronto's skyline felt distinct from Winnipeg's. The weather was noticeably milder too, which was a pleasant surprise. Along the way, I caught a glimpse of Lake Ontario, and that's when I decided tomorrow I'm definitely waking up early to catch the sunrise there. Soon, the cityscape gave way to towering buildings, and there it was in the distance, the CN Tower standing tall as a reminder that I was in one of Canada's biggest cities. Streetcars moved along the roads, something I'd never really seen in Winnipeg. The whole ride felt like a preview of city's energy and diversity. When we arrived at my hotel, part of the Gupta group called Reverie, it immediately felt modern and welcoming. After checking in, I headed to my room, excited to unwind and change out of my travel clothes. The color scheme was a stylish mix of red, white, and brown, giving it a cozy yet elegant vibe. I noticed a cute welcome coffee setup on the desk, complete with a coffee machine and different espresso pods. The room required a key fob for entry. How high tech is that? From my window, I could see the downtown streets alive with people and movement. I only had 48 hours here, so I was ready to make the most of every moment. Despite the travel, I wasn't too tired, just hungry and curious. So I headed out for a walk, taking in the sight and sound of downtown Toronto. It definitely felt busier and more advanced than back home. Everything from the technology to the crowded sidewalks felt next level. I popped into Wendy's for a quick meal, savoring the novelty of a different city's hustle and bustle. The streetcars, the towering buildings, and the overall vibe made it clear I was far from Winnipeg, but I loved seeing how another part of Canada lives.
Ontario for that matter. Oh, you guys are this is like right in the heart of downtown. You guys are staying at a hotel, like pretty central. This street's called Adelaide, and then this is like one of the biggest streets in Toronto. That's Medina Avenue. Gas and Dine. You do, right? Yeah.
From the moment I stepped inside, I could tell this was no ordinary workspace. It had an artsy aura with vibrant paintings on the wall and shiny lamps hanging from the ceiling. Our manager welcomed us and gave us a grand tour. We saw their studio for packaging videos and learning about different projects they are working on. We also headed to a bright, playful discussion room, not your typical sterile boardroom. We talked about our team performance last year, brainstormed new product launches, and it felt more like a creative workshop than a meeting. It was inspiring to see how they balance professionalism with a fun, energetic atmosphere.
But they are USB-C rechargeable, so it should.
It should last. It will only die like before you actually finish all the liquid diamonds if you're leaving.
The meeting was such a success, informative, engaging, and definitely got me excited about what's coming next. Reflecting on it all, I couldn't believe how much I have experienced in just a few hours. There is so much more to come, and I cannot wait to share every bit of it with you. We just wrapped up our team meeting with a bang. We all received these awesome staff appreciation hoodies and gifts, and Varun took home a title of Brand Ambassador of the Year. The energy at the office was incredible, so welcoming, artistic, and full of cool collectible figures. It is a kind of place where you feel inspired to create and collaborate. After the meeting, we were starving, so we headed straight to the restaurant our company booked for us. One of the perks of working in the cannabis industry is being able to enjoy pre rolls responsibly before a meal. It is a part of the job, but also a lesson in using it consciously. Let me tell you, that definitely built up our appetite. Our destination, Silent H in Toronto. The atmosphere was unreal, modern, cozy, and the staff welcomed us like family. Everything was perfectly arranged by our company, so we all had to do was sit back, relax, and enjoy.
So guys, everyone, welcome to Silent H. Silent H is a restaurant that we opened not last summer, but the summer before. So we're actually coming up on 2 years since we founded this restaurant. In July it will be 2 years.
We are about to try some amazing food. First up, we've got chips and salsa, fresh guacamole, and tuna tostidas. Everything looks so good. For the mains, we are trying crispy carnitas, falutas, shrimp tacos, and ribeye tacos with melted cheese. Cannot wait to dig in. And for dessert, this is El Favorito de Papa, sticky pear bread with caramel and vanilla ice cream, which looks unreal. The best part I liked was after each course, our server explained the story behind the dish, like how the dessert was inspired by head chef father. It was such a personal touch that made the meal feel extra special.
Out of all the dishes that he created for the restaurant, El Favorito de Papa was the last one that he designed basically in the menu. Favorito de Papa means dad's favorite. And yeah, that was my dad's favorite. The story is that my dad is the only male in the family. He has 6 sisters. So he's basically the spoiled one, you know? And for each birthday, all my aunts, they're amazing bakers, and they will do a cake for him. They will bake a cake for him. And on his past 2 birthdays ago, one of my aunts, my aunt Rosie, made this cake for him. When I called him to say happy birthday, I'm like, okay, so which was the cake that won, you know? And he's like, the sticky pear bread was amazing. I can't wait for my next birthday to have it, you know? Unfortunately, he couldn't make it, but this is the way that my brother, yeah, I know. This is the way that my brother keeps his memory alive in the restaurant and everything that we do in Canada, basically. So enjoy.
Wow.
Okay?
Thank you. As if the meal wasn't enough, we found out there's an underground pub beneath the restaurant. We took a peek, and it had this awesome speak-easy vibe. Definitely a place I'd love to revisit. After dinner, we went for a short stroll to soak in the Toronto's nightlife. The city has an energy all its own. Bright lights, busy streets, and a vibe that's just so different from what I'm used to back home. It was cool to see it all lit up before heading to our next stop. Our next stop was Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto, home of the Raptors. The crowd was huge, the energy was off the charts, and you could literally feel the buzz in the air as we walked in. Growing up, I used to play basketball and NBA on PlayStation, but nothing compared to seeing the real deal right in front of your eyes. The crowd, the bright lights, the live performances, everything felt like a dream come true. There were dancers hyping up the fans, special ads flashing on the Jumbotron, and even Northern classics performed live, adding to this electric atmosphere. Watching the Raptors play, hearing the sneakers squeak on the court, seeing kids chase down autographs from their favorite players, it was magical. And the best part? The Raptors won. The arena exploded with cheers. I couldn't help but join in. After the game, we stepped outside, and although it was late, it felt like evening in Toronto. Bright lights, lively streets, and people still out and about. It is the kind of city that never really sleeps. Our next move, a nearby club with the team for some drinks and snacks. We also got to test out some pre-rolls from the company, one of the many perks of working in this industry. But let me tell you, when the munchies hit after a big game, there's nothing better than good food, good vibes, and great company. It was really late, but none of us felt like sleeping. We only had 48 hours in Toronto and almost 24 were gone. So we decided to walk off the energy, exploring the downtown area. It felt like we were kids again. No worries, just laughter, bright lights, and that carefree sense of adventure. Toronto's nightlife is something else. It just pulls you in. Honestly, we could have wandered all night, but we know the next day had big plans too. Stick around because there's plenty more to come in this worldwide Toronto trip. It's barely 6 a.m. and Toronto is already humming. My cab weaves through downtown, the CN Tower standing guard, while the first hint of sunlight paint the skyline. Rush hour traffic in the dark feels surreal. A 10-minute stretch turned into almost 40. But every slow roll reveals a new angle of the city waking up. And then silence. Lake Ontario stretches out like a liquid glass, the sun sliding up behind it. In moments like this, I'm reminded that for all the wonders we humans engineer, nothing rivals what's been here all along. Nature remained the original masterpiece. I let the breeze hit my face, breathe, and promise myself not to get so busy that I miss scenes like this. sunrise reflections, call for coffee and carbs. Fuel for the day. On the way back, we drop into Rosebud Cannabis. From the outside, it looks like an older shop, but inside it's pure vibe. Vintage couches, a green wall that spells life is beautiful, and product shelves staged like an art gallery. We chat with the owner about Toronto's evolving scene, sample a few aromas, and I'm reminded again how creativity and cannabis go hand in hand when it's done consciously. Back to the coterie office, quick regroup, and we are off an hour drive to Pharmhill. Honestly, the exact travel time vanished in my excitement. Every kilometer felt like a countdown to Willy Wonka for weed. Before stepping in, we suit up, lab coats, hair nets, the whole sterile vibe so we don't bring any unwanted microbes. The head grower walks us through room after room, vegetative, flowering, curing. We watch pristine water run through filters before it ever touches a root. Listening to his story, how passion pulled him into the industry and keeps him experimenting, it's clear this is more than agriculture. It is a craft. After smelling terps for 2 hours, our stomachs are screaming. So, the company fuel up at Kelsey's. Burgers, wrap, bottomless fries, perfect post-tour feast. Conversation bounces between phenotype, marketing ideas, and which pre-roll hit hardest last night. Just like that, the clock strikes 48 hours. Toronto gave me one last gift, a fiery sunset that feels more like a brand new sunrise inside. I thank this city, the team, and the sky itself for the lesson. Stay curious, stay conscious, and always make time to look out the window. Then, back in Winnipeg with heart full and mind racing with ideas. If you have enjoyed tagging along, hit to the subscribe button because next adventure is only a flight or a sunrise away. See you soon in the next video.